show will be taking place that WrestleMania weekend. So I don't know when all this is going to come about. He may just throw great dream matches out there, indie great dream matches out there, and let people go crazy over it. But like I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, I don't think Tony Khan should be spreading himself thin. He's running AEW and then running Ring of Honor at the same time. He does have people in place. He does have great names that could go over there and kind of live out his vision for him without actually having to be there. I'm not saying that Tony Khan should have a final say in anything, but he should really delegate these positions so he doesn't have to have his entire plate full with both Ring of Honor and AEW. And I mentioned, and I cited, the reason why NXT has failed in this 2.0 era is because it largely is very similar to what Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown do on Monday and Friday. Tuesday has adopted all of the main roster ideologies and all of the main roster field, and it's not NXT. They're even now, more so than ever before, using main roster talent to get the show over because they know the ratings suck and they want to boost the ratings with main roster talent on NXT.
Objective Charlie has been lost.
So I think Tony Khan is in a position where he may actually spread himself thin. And it's not going to show itself immediately, but as time goes on, he may start to get worn out, and some things may start to look a little similar, regarding both shows. Some things may be done on AEW that will be done on Ring of Honor, and vice versa, and people will say, well, didn't I see this match over there, or didn't I see this storyline over there, or etc., etc. So that's my main gripe about it. Do I trust Tony Khan? Yes, for the most part of 3 years. He's done such a great job that I think everybody should really trust what he is doing with AEW and now. But I don't want it to come to a situation where he does eventually spread himself, because that's exactly what WWE's problem is. It's run by the same fucking people, all 3 shows, and everything starts to look the same, and nothing is exciting. But I do think Jonathan Gresham, wherever he lands, is going to be a great addition to any roster. I mean, I'd love to see him work both promotions. In fact, I do think he will work both promotions. If he signs with Tony Khan or Ring of Honor, I do think that they will bring him in and pay him to work some AEW dates. I mean, there are matches at the ass that I'm sure you want to see. Most notably, the top line was Gresham versus Danielson match. Sorry, I have to take my fucking seriously. You made it look like a match of the Academy. Those 2 guys are great at the same time. Anybody. Some of the best wrestlers in the world. So, I'd love to see it, and I do think he's going to be spread across both shows, and rightfully so, because that talent is a once-in-a-lifetime type of talent. You don't see a lot of guys up in the same cloth as Jonathan Gresham nowadays in the world of pro wrestling, so I'd like to see it, and I do think it's eventually going to happen. Moving on with the rest of the news, man, let's get into the ratings here. NXT, let's start with NXT. NXT 2.0 ratings for last night's show, which was really fucking embarrassing as a show as a whole. The ratings are in for NXT 2.0, 624,000 live viewers on the USA Network. That is up from the 613,000 viewers the show did previously 1 week ago. It did a 0.14 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic. The show did a 0.13 rating 1 week ago. It was the highest rating since January 11th. Last week the show had Roadblock, NXT Roadblock team, that featured 2 title matches, including the main event, where Dolph Ziggler won the NXT Championship by beating Tommaso Ciampa in a match with Braun Breaker. Dolph Ziggler is the new NXT champion. And I'm watching NXT last night, and I'm asking myself, why is this necessary? I want you guys, I know you don't watch NXT, and I don't watch it religiously every week as well. It was just one of those weeks where I was kind of on the fence, I was in limbo. Should I go live for NXT? Should I just go upstairs and play Destiny here for NXT? So,
There appears to be enemy aircraft operating here.
because I never want to put people live in there. Viewership is atrocious. I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to be a part of something so fun. But I'm looking at NXT, and I'm looking at Dolph Ziggler, and I'm looking at Breaker. And Breaker came out, it was a thing last night where he tried to drag race with time, and he sped into the parking lot and got out. Ziggler's car was there. He's pounding on the windows. And he's looking for Ziggler. He wants revenge on Dolph Ziggler. And I'm looking at this, and I see the end of the show where Ziggler is wrestling LA Knight. Everybody loves LA. LA Knight's great. It's going to be a great addition to the universe. LA Knight and Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler wins the match. And Braun Breaker comes out and asks for a World Championship match at Stand and Deliver. It was given to him after the NXT title match at Stand and Deliver. Night 1, WrestleMania Saturday, NXT TakeOver, or not really TakeOver, Stand and Deliver is happening that day. And I'm asking myself, did they really need to take the title of Braun Breaker? The same result could have been had if Braun Breaker was still the NXT champion. Did they really need to give Dolph Ziggler the NXT championship? If he beat Ziggler, and Ziggler was pushing his buttons here, and the veteran was getting the best of the rookie, Braun Breaker was their champion. Don't you think it would be the same result if Breaker beat Ziggler as champion instead of it being Breaker beating Ziggler and Ziggler as the champion? It would have been the same result. If Breaker was the champion or not, he would have ended up beating Dolph Ziggler. But they're using Dolph Ziggler in this case to get Braun Breaker over. Now, it could be that, or it could be something completely different, and Braun Breaker could lose at Stand and Deliver, and Braun Breaker could get demoted to the main roster. It could be that as well. Because there are people up on the main roster that think Braun Breaker, and we know he's not, that think Braun Breaker is ready. And I don't think Braun Breaker getting called up to the main roster is a right move right now. But Dolph Ziggler is the NXT champion. And he won the NXT Championship from Braun Breaker by beating Tommaso Ciampa in a triple threat match. NXT ranked number 44 in the Cable Top 150 for the night. That is up from number 55 1 week ago. NXT was largely awful last night. Like I said, Dolph Ziggler beat LA Knight in the main event. Decent little match, but it barely went 11 minutes. The Creed brothers were confronted by MSK and Imperium. All three teams went back and forth. A triple threat match is signed for NXT Stand and Deliver. I keep calling it TakeOver or wanting to call it a TakeOver, and it's not a TakeOver. I will not dirty or disrespect the TakeOver name. So we're getting a triple threat match with Imperium, MSK, and the Creed brothers. I can see the brothers winning the tag team championships, and Imperium with Gunther getting called up to the main roster after WrestleMania week. Dominic Mysterio was in the ring on Tuesday night on NXT. He defeated Raul Mendoza of the Legado del Fantasma, which is led by Santos Escobar. And I'm looking at this, and I'm laughing at it, and I'm not excited about it. I was thinking that this could be something great, but it's too little too late. Remember all those, and this is for the people that are good and listen. You know that I pushed it, and you know the idea I gave everyone in regards to Dominic and Rey Mysterio. And this goes back to when Santos Escobar was Cruiserweight champion. I never in my entire time covering WWE found anything remotely interesting about Dominic. I think Rey Mysterio is boring to an extent. But Dominic Mysterio is given this push on the main roster. Seth Rollins at SummerSlam in the middle of the pandemic in an empty fucking Thunderdome at SummerSlam. Decent little match when he was in the ring against Seth Rollins. So clearly, God damn! That was the whole, Seth Rollins taking Rey Mysterio's eye.
Damn!
That whole fucking And I said, Dominic doesn't belong on the main roster. For how good that match was, they did nothing with Chris. He went down and down and down. There was nothing. Damn it! He didn't do anything on the main roster after that. He seemingly went back right to doing fucking card bullshit. Sitting in catering.
Another way.
Tag team matches with his father. They won the tag team championships, but I mean, winning the tag team championships in WWE means jack shit nowadays because there's no division. And they didn't really do anything as tag team champions anyway. They did it for a moment, and that was it. And they gave them the titles in front of a fucking Thunderdome. WWE, they should take Dominic, and Dominic should feel the same way like we feel about Sammy Guevara.
I don't fly, I don't fly, I don't fly. I don't fly.
Kids that are the killers.
I don't fly, goddammit. Why you gonna put me in? Son of a bitch.
WWE's future. He's a fucking Mysterio, and he does nothing of value, and is
Put me in a helicopter. I don't fly, goddammit. I'm a ground man.
He said all these weeks ago, and I said it about 3 or 4 different times. Santos Escobar was the Cruiserweight champion. Dominic Mysterio should have been in NXT to challenge Legado del Fantasma and Santos Escobar for the Cruiserweight Championship. Legado del Fantasma because their vision of the Luchador is what they wanted to incorporate into WWE. They are the ultimate Luchador package. So whatever they're doing as far as the Luchador is concerned, obviously you're going to show some disrespect to Rey Mysterio. That's what Dominic is. And Dominic should have trained in NXT. Dominic should have been on NXT television. Should still be on NXT television. So this day. And Dominic should have battled Legado del Fantasma until he ultimately got to Santos Escobar and won the Cruiserweight Championship. Not just any championship, but the championship that's father be a household name. The WCW Cruiserweight Championship. Now, he's going to do the same thing. Why wasn't that ever a tool? Why didn't WWE do that? Last night we got Santos Escobar talking about the greatest luchador of all time. And right there in the promo, in walks Rey Mysterio and Dominic.
Jack my home,
As
Jack my
his
gay,
little
yeah.
honor in there, greatest luchador of all time. You're looking at it, it's like, oh. And off to the running we are with a Mysterio versus Legado del Fantasma. It's too little too late. You're selling me on Rey and Santos, and you're selling me on Dominic and Legado del Fantasma, and it's too little too late. Either WWE is usually late to the party, fucking late to the party, or somebody's watching my fucking shit way too late. And now that Cruiserweight idea has long since fucking sailed into the sunset. What's the point? What's the point? Is Legado getting back up after NXT stand and deliver? Are they going right to the main roster to feud with Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio? What's the deal here? I know WWE can use tag teams, and Legado is absolutely primed and ready for a WWE main roster. Are they going to be used correctly? Fuck no! No, they will not be used correctly. So I don't know what's going on. Legado del Fantasma is great. Santos, last night, he qualified for the North American ladder match that is taking place for the championship. Carmelo Hayes has this ladder match where he's defending the North American Championship at Stand and Deliver. He qualified for that match in Santos Escobar, so it's not like they're going to
Hey, it ain't never been this
Santos
fucking hot.
versus Rey Mysterio at Stand and Deliver. It may still happen on NXT, but Santos is good enough for the main roster when he should be on Raw or SmackDown wrestling Rey Mysterio. And I see that as a SummerSlam match. Having Santos go over and Rey putting over Santos
This is
as
hell of a
the
war.
wave of luchador in WWE. So I'm looking at Rey Mysterio last night, I'm not excited. I'm looking at Dominic Mysterio, and I'm not excited. I see pathetic, feeble attempts to get NXT in everybody's mouth. Oh, look, it's Rey. Oh, look, it's Dominic. And then a storyline that I pitched how many fucking months ago? Now, right before our very eyes, taking place. And what the fuck does it mean?
Objective Charlie has just been
It
neutralized.
means shit. It doesn't mean anything. That was NXT. Things like that piss me the fuck off. Indy Hartwell and Persia Perota ended in a makeout session, not with each other, but with Indy and Dexter and Persia Perota and Duke Hudson. I posted about it on Twitter. Once upon a time, this brand was the best brand in all pro wrestling. Now, nobody's watching. Now you know one. Fucking sad. This is not pro wrestling. Whatever NXT 2.0 is doing is not pro wrestling. Tommaso Ciampa seemingly wants to try the whole thing. He's getting promoted. Either that or he retiring. He's getting demoted to the main roster. He gave the NXT Universe his final goodbye before Tony D'Angelo challenged him to a match of Stand and Deliver. Tony D's gonna go over, and he's gonna go home and have a nice plate of meatball and sausage. And he's gonna have a nice glass of wine, red wine with it, and Ciampa is gonna go and do what all others his age do on Monday Night Raw, and that is die 1,000 deaths in the mission. He's gonna be right there with Finn Balor, who mean jack shit. Tommaso Ciampa is the main event guy. Whether you think so or agree with me or not, I don't give a shit. Tommaso Ciampa is a main event guy. He's the greatest NXT champion of all time. A time that I wish I could go back to and still have on my television every Wednesday episode. So Tony D'Angelo is going to be getting his big victory over Tommaso Ciampa, and that's been slowed by Tony D on NXT. That match was announced last night. Tiffany Stratton beat Saray. 2 minutes. Typical WWE main roster garbage. A-Kid defeated Kushida in a qualifier match, this ladder match. So A-Kid now goes on to wrestle, what's his name? Fucking, I forgot his fucking name. Grayson Waller. So A-Kid and Kushida, neither one of them get entrances. Little decent little match that they got. And now A-Kid wins this match to go get a match with Grayson Waller, and the winner of that match gets put into the ladder match against Carmelo Hayes for the North American Championship. Santos Escobar qualified, like I said, he defeated Cameron Grimes in the qualifying match. Decent little match there. I said it last night, Grimes is 1 week away from getting this. And I don't think that is fair of me to say, but it just gives me a feeling that Cameron Grimes right now is in the middle of nothing, and Cameron Grimes feels like a release after WrestleMania is waiting for him to talk. Cameron Grimes has done nothing of note since the people that shit. Nothing. They shaved his chest, they shaved his beard, and they cut his hair. He's done nothing since the people that
helicopter south of your position.
And speaking of LA Knight, like I said, Austin Superman in the main event with Dolph Ziggler. Miz TV opened NXT 2.0. There's something absolutely fucking nauseating about some Miz TV on NXT 2.0. And now you know why nobody watches NXT. I was appalled by last night's show. Appalled. By Tuesday's show, right? I was appalled. Disgusted. Absolutely. Monday Night Raw rating. Monday Night Raw rating is in the bottom. You know, it's always the case where people are like, oh, Raw is good. Oh, Raw is getting a lot better. Oh, it's starting to look really good now. Monday Night Raw is better in the last 3 or 4 months, but it's still a terrible show. And Monday Night really didn't do anything to prove to me that Monday Night Raw is better than SmackDown. I mean, it's not that difficult to be better than SmackDown. SmackDown is the bottom of the pack. Fucking worst show on all the programs. But Monday Night Raw is not that far behind. This week's episode drew an even 1.700 million views on Instagram, down from 1.775 million views the show did last week. Hour 1 did 1.668, Hour 2 did 1.755, and Hour 3 did a 1.678. Raw was number 2 in the cable top 150, and is down from number 1 last week. Raw was all about what Seth Rollins is doing at WrestleMania. What is Seth Rollins doing at WrestleMania? Seth Rollins is going into WrestleMania with absolutely nothing. He's at a crossroads at WrestleMania. We're going into WrestleMania. WWE was in Jacksonville, Florida. You know who is king in Jacksonville, right? We know that there's another wrestling promotion that operates out of Jacksonville. Yeah, WWE was in their backyard. And with all the news and rumors, speculation about Cody Rhodes, everybody was like, Cody Rhodes is going to be on Monday Night Raw, Russell Wilson was tweeting out, I call emoji, they tweet out, and then fucking Reddit, Turn It, 777 J75 on Reddit said that Seth Rollins, the visionary, is all smoke and mirrors. Not. You're welcome. So, clearly, Cody Rhodes is coming on in to WWE, and he will be wrestling Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 30. Now, I said it on Monday when I went live. Cody Rhodes didn't show up. There's a reason why Cody Rhodes didn't show up for Monday Night Raw. And he could have, but why would he want to debut on a nothing episode of Raw, where the main event was Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, where they were fighting over the right to interview a star that is 1,000 times bigger than both of them combined. Yes, they did a match with Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, and the winner gets to interview Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania. This is the extent of WWE on the road to WrestleMania. They pretty much did a Stone Cold Steve Austin on a pole match on Monday Night Raw in there. So Cody Rhodes didn't show up. Why would Cody Rhodes want to debut at Monday Night Raw in Jacksonville on a nothing episode with that type of main event? I said it on Monday, I'm going to say it again. You gotta get in the mind of Cody Rhodes. Put yourself in Cody Rhodes' shoes. Do you want to debut on Monday Night Raw, or do you want to debut at WrestleMania? Do you want to come out in front of 5,000, 6,000 people, or do you want to come out in front of 70, 80,000 people? That's what Cody Rhodes did. So he's obviously devised a plan with Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard. This is what I want, this is who I want, this is where I want to show up, and that's exactly what Cody Rhodes is getting. So I'm excited about it. There are people, there are trolls, there are geeks, there are virgins online that think I'm going to throw a fucking temper tantrum and pop a blood vessel because AEW's founder, or one of the founders of AEW, is now working for WWE. I'm glad Cody Rhodes is going to WWE. Two reasons. Number one, Tony Khan doesn't need Cody Rhodes, as evidenced by what happened at Revolution. And as evidenced with what Tony Khan's been giving us on AEW television, we don't need Cody Rhodes on AEW television. If Cody Rhodes, by chance, makes Monday Night Raw just a little bit better than it usually is on Monday night, we all win. I need a reason to give a fuck about Monday Night Raw. And if it's that, if it's Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes is the reason to that, I am okay with it. So there will be no blood vessels being popped, there will be no temper tantrums, there will be no anger or cursing. Cody Rhodes up and down. Not gonna fucking blast Cody Rhodes. I love Cody. I think Cody's great. And if he gives me any more reason to care about Monday Night Raw than I already do, then it's a win-win situation for everybody. But you gotta get into the mindset of Cody Rhodes. What is Cody Rhodes thinking? Not Jacksonville, he's thinking about WrestleMania. Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, obviously Seth Rollins lost. He continues to go into this downward spiral. So that's what's going on there. Owens is going on to have a KO show. It sounds more like a street fight to me with Steve Austin at WrestleMania. But they're battling over, oh my God, Kevin Owens said something mean about Texas. I have to meet you at WrestleMania. It's like this show's being written. It's like WrestleMania season being written by a fucking 6-year-old in crayon. Damian Priest beat Finn Balor. Didn't Finn Balor just win the United States Championship? He won the United States Championship 2 weeks ago. What does Bruce Pritchard do? Put him in a match against his WrestleMania opponent, only to lose to Damian Priest this week to justify a rematch happening at WrestleMania. WWE creative is fucking garbage. Point blank. Omos defeated Commander Aziz. You can put Commander Aziz and Apollo on Nick Khan's budget cut list after WrestleMania. If they are both there, I am not going to be surprised. If one or the other is there, I'm not going to be surprised. If they're not there, I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked. Commander Aziz, Omos, I will say this. For all the times we make fun of Omos, right? And we make fun of him in late talks, and, you know, the big guy, right? He did somewhat of an impressive suplex on Commander Aziz on Monday Night Raw. Then he chokeslammed him down and pulled Apollo into the ring from the floor by his head. So Omos is on his way to being pushed, I guess, after a slight absence following the Royal Rumble. Liv Morgan defeated Zelina Vega. I slept through it, so I don't have any extra notes on it. Seth Rollins set up his new match with Kevin Owens. Dominic and Rey Mysterio defeated the Hurt Business. The two guys that will be on the budget cut list after WrestleMania. Edge will judge all from his mountain of omnipotence, including AJ Styles. Edge came out to New Diva, and he came out to Walter Bridge. I'm not like we all. That's crazy. This guy is so fucking great and into what he wants, and is such an admirer of great people that he went out and got another Walter Bridge song called The Other Side of their album of the last tour, and that is his new key. I got chills just listening to Miles Kennedy and listening to Alter Bridge in a different sense, with Edge using another one of their glorious songs. I marked the fuck out. I'm sorry. I thought it was awesome. That theme song is going to do me wonders for the Alter Bridge. I love Edge, heel or maybe face, but I think he does his best work as a Becky Lynch did something right for the first time since she's been back as Raw Women's Champion. She had a nice little attack on Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair attacked Becky's throat. Becky needed some throat procedure because of Bianca Belair. And Bianca Belair whipped her and left her with a nice little indent on her skin from the hair braid. So what does Becky Lynch do? She goes back to Bianca's throat and says, "Next week it's the hair, bitch." Are we going to look at a braidless Bianca Belair going into WrestleMania? I hope the fuck no. All this happened after Bianca Belair beat Doudrop for the 7th time in about 2 months. That's the extent of WWE creative on the road to WrestleMania. Street Profits challenged RK Bro to a tag team title match at WrestleMania that will probably also include Alpha Academy. Some people told me that they've been doing this match at the house shows, and it was actually better than what we got with Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins on Monday night. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it, no question. Speaking of Cody Rhodes, WWE apparently wants fans to know that Cody Rhodes is coming. You're like, fear is coming. Cody Rhodes is going to show up before fear comes. Monday night. WWE is making it very clear to fans that Cody Rhodes is expected to return very soon, and it looks like they are taking a page out of AEW's play. Now they did this to kind of mimic what AEW did with CM Punk. Prior to CM Punk's AEW debut, there were teases on their television show, and there were teases before Jeff Hardy's debut.
Friendly fire, goddammit!
Know that these wrestlers were coming in without outright saying. It appears that WWE is doing the same thing with Cody Rhodes, but this time a lot less cool than both AEW with Punk and Jeff Hardy. As noted on Monday Night Raw, there were several Cody Rhodes references on Monday, in addition to Corey Graves' comments about Seth Rollins' WrestleMania hopes being dashed, and his dream is becoming a nightmare. That was also referenced earlier in the show, where Jimmy Smith referenced the Colossus of Rhodes when talking about Commander Aziz. Cody Rhodes. But that made the news on top of Nightmare, Dream, and Dash in regards to Seth Rollins and his WrestleMania hopes. Damian Priest also used the pressure on Finn Balor, a move that is basically Cody's finishing move, which he calls Crossroads. Priest had not been using it in recent weeks, but last time we saw him in the ring at Balor on Monday, he used it. Also, you can go back to obvious references on WWE's website out all the last couple of weeks, so everything has been out here without Cody Rhodes and WWE. Rhodes vs. Rollins is listed internally again. It was listed and then not listed and then listed again, says Meltzer. And WWE on Monday night is clear that they are getting the match to happen at WrestleMania 30. I need another reason to care about Raw, and I need another reason to care about WrestleMania right now, outside of Roman and Lesnar and a unification match. A true Bruce, unification match. I have Edge and Styles, which would be great. And I hope that somebody in the company's listening. Hey, let's get Miles and Buddy out to Dallas. Let's have them play the other side live
Just been neutralized.
for Edge walking down the aisle of WrestleMania. And then we have Cody and Cena. So I'm excited about three things in particular on WrestleMania. And that's pretty sad. WWE is looking to change the name of Elias, as he is now slated to return to Monday Night. Fightful is reporting that new vignettes have been developed for Elias, and its plans are to continue being a part of the company. It was also notified Fightful that a name change has been finished. Elias hasn't been seen on the WWE since last August. A few months ago, Russell reported that he was given new gear, but Vince McMahon scrapped the look because he felt that Elias looked too much like Macho Man Randy Savage. So if you guys go on Google, you can look up Elias Macho Man here and see what WWE had planned for Elias. WWE typically doesn't debut or re-debut talent around this time of year. Cody Rhodes, I also said on Monday, he's debuting on WrestleMania season. He's not debuting on the road to WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes is going to be debuting on WrestleMania, and that's the first thing you're going to see come out on Monday Night Raw when we move on into the Raw after Mania. So Cody Rhodes is going to be used as a proverbial reset button. WWE is not debuting here on the road to WrestleMania. He should have debuted about fucking 5 months ago, but WWE didn't do that. They're not debuting Elias. Everything is going to happen after WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes and here and now Elias. So all of this is happening. Cody is debuting at Mania, but he's going to have a stay on Monday Night Raw priority on after WrestleMania. Now, of course, things can always change. And WWE can do whatever they want at any given time. Elias last wrestle in July on Raw, where he lost a Symphony of Destruction match to Jackson Ryder, who also got released from the company. The vignettes that aired in the weeks that led up to where we are now, they disappeared, but the Elias character was dead, and he wants to focus more on wrestling than he did his music. WWE, no matter what they do with Elias, it's failing. Elias there was a point in Elias' career where he was over. And when the pandemic hit, it was not over because there was a lot of bad interaction that made that gimmick what it was, and that character what it was. When the pandemic hit, it was never the same, and when they came back, it was never the same. Elias was never going to be the same. It's the same shit. They didn't really know that being in that person that can every single time you get play the guitar, sit in the middle of the ring, make fun of the city that you're in, get interrupted, shit, sing the fucking. WWE themselves built that fucking character. The character doesn't get it to work. But they didn't know what to do week in and week out with lives. And they did a name change and a fucking gimmick change today. I don't know. We did not care for 3-4 years of lives with them. Now you're an executive. Yeah. Change his look, change his name. No. If you don't care about him, you are not going to care about him. It is a dead topic. I think it's time to move on. I wouldn't be surprised if Elias never makes TV and gets released by WWE after WrestleMania. Pete Dunne. WWE locks up Pete Dunne's new name, Butch, with a trademark, pretty much confirming that his main roster run is a complete failure. WWE has filed 3 new trademarks with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. 2 of the 3 names have already been announced and introduced. The other one is Intrigue. The first one is Butch. This is the new name given to Pete Dunne. Dunne debuted the new gimmick on SmackDown. The second, and by the way, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go look it up. The second new mark is the word Moonsault. This name is being used for WWE's new NFT marketplace. Stephanie McMahon announced the venture at SXSW. I don't do NFTs, and I don't. The final new trademark is the word lock up. The description is basically identical to the one for Moonsault.
That's the wrong fucking
No one
way.
knows what this means, or if it's going to be attributed to a character or a gimmick or a show. We don't know. The WWE filed a trademark for a lot of them. Yes, Pete Dunne is now a Bush. It's trademarked. And if you guys thought that maybe it was an error, or WWE could go back to Pete Dunne, who all said it done after local social media backlash, Pete Dunne's main roster failure has already begun. I give this guy less than a year and he'll be on Nick Khan's budget list. Imagine that. Pete Dunne, after 5-6 years on WWE's roster, known as Pete Dunne, they want to change his fucking name and now have him go by the name of Bush. You know, I wouldn't give a shit if this was a debuting guy we'd never seen before. But the simple fact of the fucking matter is why you would know the name. The simple fact of the fucking matter is you know him as Pete Dunne for the last 6 fucking years. And now you want to insult my intelligence. Hey, that's Pete Dunne. No, it's not. It's now Bush.
Oh, damn, my fault. My fault.
Why is everybody wearing suspenders? They have not wear suspenders.
Oh, bitch.
They don't wear suspenders. They put fucking carrying
Son of a bitch, I see that my own man to turn around and get myself killed.
Is that what Bruce Pritchard thinks of the United Kingdom? Everybody wears suspenders over there? Huh? The Irish, they wear suspenders? Company's a fucking disgrace. An absolute fucking disgrace. Is WWE. The Steiner Brothers. There were rumors about the Steiner Brothers going into the Hall of Fame. Queen Charmel is going into the Hall of Fame. Why? I don't know. This is to go along with the Undertaker and Babe, who's going in posthumously. Oh. WWE inducted in Charmel. Booker T will be inducting Charmel. I don't know what Charmel is doing in the Hall of Fame. She it wasn't really anything important on WWE television, besides being Booker T's wife. So, there you go. I don't have anything else to say. Charmel being in the Hall of Fame goes to show you that the WWE Hall of Fame is a fucking embarrassment. And nobody takes it seriously because people like Charmel make the fucking list of Hall of Fame inductees. When you can find something that Charmel did in the WWE that is worthy of the Hall of Fame, then you come let me know. You've been looking forever. I'll be dead and this podcast will be fucking records of the past before you find something that Charmel did important on WWE television. I dare you. The Steiner Brothers. After Scott Steiner has been fucking vocal about the Hall of Fame, how it doesn't exist, and how he has to be in the Hall of Fame. Scott Steiner, I had to do some research on this. Scott Steiner said the Hall of Fame is such a freaking joke, and it drives me crazy. Says this, can you go someplace and say that it is legit when it doesn't exist? How can you say it is legit? It defies all odds. You cannot have the whole
I can't get over it.
It is the creation of someone's mind. It boggles my mind that people care about being in the Hall of Fame when it doesn't even exist. Would you go to the grocery store, but there is no food? It is such a freaking joke, it drives me crazy. I don't give a fuck. The Hall of Fame doesn't exist. You can't visit it. I get so sick of talking about it because it's so stupid. People take it so seriously. Some guys will just want out themselves and think of how great it is. It's a freaking joke. It doesn't exist.
Oh, man.
I can say that all the time. It doesn't exist. You might as well put the Hall of Fame on the moon. It's the same shit. You're never gonna go to the moon.
We gotta kill the joke.
I don't care if it was on Earth. You wouldn't visit it. And is he wrong? I don't think Scott Steiner is wrong in any sense. Only foot in the Scott Steiner when he talked about the Hulk. What a joke. WWE's thinking about putting the Steiner Brothers in the Hall of Fame. Dave Meltzer noted on Sunday night's main event podcast that WWE wants to induct Rick and Scott Steiner, and if they can't get Scott, then Rick would likely go in this year. Scott's been vocal, like I said, over years. over the years about his last run with WWE, and has said a lot of negative things about Triple H, Stephanie Grant, and WWE in general. However, WrestlingNews.co reported July 7th that Vince has no issue with Scott Steiner, and the lines of communication are open if he wanted to talk. DW Insider is also reporting that a number of the Steiner family members are scheduled to travel to Dallas for WrestleMania weekend, and PWI confirmed that there's been talk of both the Steiner brothers being inducted this year. And, you know, I would be very pleased if that happens. The Steiners are one of the most influential tag teams of all time. And listen, man, if Scott Steiner is going to have an induction speech of any kind, I'll be there watching when he speaks, because I honestly think that it would be probably the greatest thing of all time. But WWE lines of communication are open, and I don't know what Scott Steiner's thinking now. He said a lot of just demoralizing and demeaning things to Stephanie and Triple H, and he really wasn't the kindest to anybody there, and he can feel however he wants, but what does it say about Scott Steiner if he said all those things in the past? Yeah, he could grow up. Yeah, he obviously is, his attention is now on Braun Breaker family. And he wants Braun to be taken care of. He wants Rex to be taken care of there in WWE. So he may be willing to bend the knee to WWE so that his family has some level of success in the WWE for his future. But it is kind of hypocritical for him to go into the Hall of Fame after saying what I just read. Everything about the Hall of Fame doesn't exist. I don't give a fuck. And then you're willingly on the phone accepting a Hall of Fame induction from WWE. I'd love to see it, just because I'd like to see him speak and hear him talk. But if he doesn't go in, I won't be surprised at all either. AEW Revolution. Pay-per-view buys were more than initially believed. PayPal's reported on the Wrestling Observer Radio that the show hit 170,000 buys, which is 14% higher than the early estimate. He says that for real big league buys, so the number that we talked about last week was probably very low compared to the real number going, or what the real number is going to be. What I've seen of the systems that I actually have, and the numbers are up 14% from the last time I talked about it, which is pretty big. That's as of this weekend. They also closed on both Wednesday and Friday shows. They plugged the replay, so easily number 2 now. Before, there was it's probably number 2, but not necessarily number 2, and probably minimum, I would say 165-ish, probably 170-ish in that range. Last year, Revolution did 135,000 buys, and AEW's biggest pay-per-view event did over 200,000 buys, and that was last year's all-out show with CM Punk making his return to pro wrestling after 7 years being played in Chicago against Darby Allin. Also, the debuts of Adam Cole and Ryan Davis. But I thought AEW was fake. I mean, Revolution did 135,000 buys last year.
Oh shit, sorry, man.
17,000 this year. And every year, the pay-per-view has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. They did 170,000 buys for Revolution. And $1 flop on Fight TV, on Bleachroom, and traditional pay-per-view. That's nearly $9 million worth of 25 years. But I thought AEW was fairly, right? Says the geeks online, like Eric Bishop, who said recently that WWE storytelling is better than AEW's. I'm sorry, Easy. You have that cock so far down the throat that it impaired your vision. What do you watch? Did you watch anything that AEW has done in the last 18 months, 24 months?
谁有炸药啊？
Well, what do you watch? I mean, are you so jaded that you didn't get a job with AEW that you're now sucking up to Vince McMahon to try and get a job? Who's paying? Yeah, people say that I'm paying for this shit. That's the fucking shit right there. And that's the guy. Those are the guys who got me hurt. Disco Inferno is the fucking Eric Bishop said old men clearly have lost their way in this thing we call pro wrestling. But Eric Bischoff, right? He's got 83 weeks. Who listens to fucking Eric Bischoff? I know I don't. Guess I'm supposed to take creative advice. I'm worried about using the the guy that fucked Bret Hart. You know how to fuck Bret Hart, right? How the fuck do you fuck up Bret the Hitman Hart? Weren't you the same guy that fucked up Mike Awesome? How the fuck do you fuck up Mike Awesome? Didn't you turn Sid Vicious into a winning man? And didn't you ever inspire stalked by Chucky the Doll? Yes, please, Eric Bischoff.
Ah, bitch!
Shut your
I
fucking
can jump off
and
this
maybe watch it, though.
I can jump off my parachute.
Maybe it'll make you a little bit
Yeah,
smarter.
bitch.
WWE, the last time they had anything
I can jump and got the
when
parachute.
Paul Levesque was there, when Paul Levesque was fired, all hope of storylines went out the window. Monday Night Raw and SmackDown doesn't have stories. All they have is rematches. The only thing storyline driven on the main roster is Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Anything with Roman Reigns, outside that, there's nothing on Monday or Friday night that really speaks to you as story. Don't know what the fuck you're watching.
We have neutralized
The NXT TakeOver. Again, Bolton. I'm sorry. Listen, Paul, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to disrespect you now. Stand in the
Oh,
loop.
shit.
Dolph Ziggler was Braun Breaker. The NXT Championship. Randy Orton is 4 days. Tag Team Championship. Miriam, MSK, and Free Roman. Singles match. Russell Championship. Tony D'Angelo. I'm sure there'll be another match added, but that is the top of the card for Stan and
Objective Charlie is
And finally, guys, before we get the hell out of here, Candice LeRae, wife of Johnny Wrestling. Congratulations to both of them. They just had
Okay, we have
a
taken
beautiful
control of
baby.
Objective
Candice
Power.
LeRae's contract is slated to expire, and with her being away due to pregnancy, there has been speculation regarding whether WWE will add time to her deal to make up for the time she took off. WWE typically increases talent contracts when wrestlers take an extended amount of time off. However, that's not the case right now with LeRae. They've also previously reported that her deal was up in May 2022. Fightful Select confirmed that LeRae's deal is slated to expire this spring, and thus far has not been renewed or frozen. Sources they spoke to weren't sure if a freeze was able to even happen, considering that LeRae has been legitimately out on maternity leave. They've also heard that those in WWE did not expect her to be back by the time the deal expired. An extension hasn't been talked about. WWE had not planned to talk to LeRae about extension talks while recovering from giving birth. Reports did state that the married couple appears to be on good terms with WWE, and the company would like to have both of them back.
Just in control of Objective Bravo.
Johnny's not going back to WWE. Certainly not going back to NXT. Johnny's not going back to WWE. That's the only way that'll happen too. And this is a long shot. Because Ciampa is treated probably wrong with Johnny with an Navy. My guy.
Two motherfucking muscles out of here, he just
I
died.
could go there because I love
Come on,
WWE.
man.
I love what everybody did tell me out there. Love everybody's family. Right, but after what's happened to NXT, I don't know if I'm going to slap the face, everything that he did. Everybody in NXT, I don't know what. Candice LeRae, WWE's not going to freeze her contract because they don't want to pay Candice LeRae because they have no use to Candice LeRae. And Candice LeRae to them is like, Candice LeRae does not fit the mold of what WWE is looking for. She's a great professional wrestler, and she's not going to be back anytime soon. If she is going to be back, I'd give her till maybe some ambulance. But if she does go anywhere, I consider her coaching on that to making it back. I can see her going to that one position. There's a lot of competition over there. I can see her going to AEW. I know there are already people crying for Tony Khan to sign Candice LeRae. When the woman wants to come back, and when that women's division is ready, Tony Khan is certainly going to be in discussion to bring in not only Candice, Tony Storm, and whoever else he feels he's going to be a valuable asset. That good is it. And then John, if Candice is going to AEW, that's probably Johnny will win for the why not? Candice LeRae, the balls in her. WWE's not freezing her contract. WWE's not bringing her back. And they want Candice to go back there anyway. My husband's not there. Why do I want to go back there to a place where I am not going to be treated like I deserve and my value is not going to be appreciated? Candice is probably going to go elsewhere. Wherever that elsewhere is, that remains. Guys, I am getting out of here. Thank you so very much. Like I said, I'm hitting
This.
on episode 422. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys enjoyed the podcast, please hit that thumbs up. 1,000 likes minimum on today's episode 422. If there's anything on the channel that I've uploaded previously, Monday Night Raw, anything that we dynamite, don't check it out. It's all on the page right now. Follow me on social media at JacobNY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. And check out my great Boston Today show or AutoTrial.com/. Oh, there's service.
Oh, shit.
Audio log off. So guys, I'll be back live on Friday with SmackDown. And no Rampage. Rampage is actually happening on 7:30. Not staying up that late. On Rampage, they go live at 12:30. So guys, check out those Marcel's acting on his video for SmackDown live right here on All. So then, guys, if we're Thursday, I'll see you back live at SmackDown on Friday.
Man, she can't. Man, the helicopter movie. You asshole. Oh, man, the helicopter movie.
Finish your shot logins at MGM every day with new fast break basketball game for your chance to win prizes. All you need to do is log in at MGM, head to the promotions page, and fire up fast break to find yourself on the people court ready to make a play.
Man, the helicopter movie. You gotta add that stuff.
You can win yourself and go for a slam dunk. If you score a basket, you'll win a prize like a boost token, $50 bonus bet, or bonus spins. If you miss, just log in tomorrow and try again. Play fast break for your daily shot at boost tokens, bonus bets, or bonus spins. Bet MGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus. This U.S. promo offer not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER throughout U.S. 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. 1-800-327-5050 in Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 in Puerto Rico. Or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 7 days. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Need storage solutions? With over 40 locations, Mini Used Storage has the space you need. Mini Used Storage offers various unit sizes, excellent customer service, and a clean environment. Rent a unit and receive up to $25 in free moving supplies and a free rental truck. Plus, your first month's rent is free. Visit Mini